Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is David DeStefano, CEO of Nasdaq listed Vertex, the latest company to IPO on the Nasdaq stock market. And David, what a day it was spending time with your employees. Amazing, amazing first trade. We're so excited to welcome you to the Nasdaq family. How does it feel to be a public company?
It's such an honor. 40 years in the making, and this is really a milestone. I'm so proud of the 1,100 employees that I get to represent here. It's really an honor. And to join the NASDAQ, such a distinguished group of companies, very, very proud here today.
Tell us a little bit about Vertex's business, and because you've actually been here for quite some time, 40 years.
Yeah, we've been around for 40 years. And you know, what's made us grow so well is the customer base we've been able to find. So we serve the largest, most complex companies in the world. Think of the Fortune, we have 50% of the Fortune 500, over 4,000 customers worldwide. And what's made it so great is they really value the innovation and the passion that our customers, that our employees bring to them each and every day. And because of that, we've grown and our story just landed really well in the market.
What do you think are the main factors that led to such a positive response during the roadshow, a virtual roadshow?
Yeah, it was a fun challenge, but I would say that being able to express what we do, I mean, we focus in indirect tax technology, and the complexity that our customers face is extraordinary. So think sales tax, use tax, VAT tax. It's a constant challenge to keep up with the pace of change, take the business dynamics and the pace of business change and technology change, and you put all that together, and the poor tax departments are always struggling. And being able to tell that story and help the investors appreciate why we have such a durable business model was really a key to our success.
What were investors focused on?
They were really pleased to see our cloud transition. We've become very successful in the cloud, and that was a big part of what they were looking for, as well as how we differentiated in the market. Having 50% of the Fortune 500, I think, helped them appreciate that we can handle complexity. But when you go further and you look at our content database and our deep partnership in the ecosystem, I think those things really stood out as big moats that they were comfortable would allow the company to continue to grow successfully.
40 years in the making, what ultimately led to the decision to go public now?
So that pace of change that I was speaking about that's hitting in both business models as companies like adopt e-commerce and omni-channel, or technology infrastructures continue to move towards the cloud, those all put enormous pressures on tax departments. And then when you take in the pace of change in the regulatory environment, as we all know, governments are searching for more money all the time. And you take all those changes and it leads to an incredible business opportunity. We think the addressable market in the United States alone is over $7 billion. And so the idea of going public was really to have enough capital so that we could drive more innovation towards our customers and really drive and expand our footprint globally.
The world has certainly changed over the past few months. How has COVID-19 specifically affected Vertex?
Yeah, so COVID-19, obviously a horrific pandemic, and I'm so deeply distressed by the loss of jobs and lives that people are experiencing. But I'm so proud of the Vertex employee body. They have been able to pivot so successfully. We moved to remote. We didn't miss a beat. We've continued to grow the entire quarter very successfully. And then when I look forward, I really feel like we're well positioned now to to continue to serve them in a remote environment without any problems.
How's going public going to change Vertex and the company culture as a whole?
Yeah, after 40 years, you can imagine we're very passionate about our culture. And so the biggest thing for me is when I wake up each and every morning, I focus on the people. Do we have quality leadership taken care of? And do we have a highly engaged workforce? We are fortunate enough to have been a top place to work in Philadelphia for the last 6 years in a row. And I think that speaks to how engaged our employees are. So my biggest focus is how do we make sure we continue to keep that culture where it is, because that talented and passionate employee base is really what differentiates us and our brand in the market.
And David, looking ahead, what is the Vertex roadmap for future growth?
Yeah, so we have 4 distinct things that we're focused on. We want to use the capital to continue to innovate and bring more technology and more solutions to our existing customers, and also to use it to grow customers. Secondly, we're really focused on how we can continue our expansion. We have offices in Brazil, over in London, and in Amsterdam. We want to expand both in Europe further and South America. We'll be enhancing our tax content database, which is actually the richest in the industry. We want to continue to use that as a big moat of defensiveness to continue to enable the company to grow successfully. And then lastly, always investing in our partner ecosystem. Our partners are so valuable to delivering quality to our customers. I think with those 4 things, we are well positioned for the future.
David, we're proud to welcome you and the Vertex team to the Nasdaq family. Thanks so much for joining us on Trade Talks.
Jill, it's an honor. Thank you very much.
And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.